welcome back to the Artist Talk with yours truly, the artist Oliver James, where I talk about everything involving my art, talk about the symbols and hidden messages and the history behind my art. And today we are talking about the third painting in the US dollar series, where I put indigenous faces on the US dollar bill. And today we're talking about probably the baddest movie you'll ever know about in your entire life. Sitting Bull. He was born to the Hunkpapa people of the Lakota Nation in about between 1827 and 1831. And he led his people in the years-long fight against the United States government. So much like Chief Joseph, when the United States came calling with treaties, he said no. And then when they sent General Custer in 1876, he, along with a lot of Lakota leaders and Northern Cheyenne leaders, defeated General Custer in the Battle of Little Bighorn. When I say defeated, I mean he demolished them. At that point, everybody who could get their hands on a newspaper knew about it. And the United States government was embarrassed. So they sent more troops. And at that point, Sitting Bull had to make a decision, so he sought asylum in Canada. And for 5 years, he and his people lived in Canada. And here's the most important part of the story, and a heavy but. The United States government spent those years killing off the bison population. And if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear that they killed 30 to 60 million bison so they could starve the Lakota and Cheyenne people and other indigenous groups so that they wouldn't be able to fight the treaties or fight back at all. And unfortunately, at some point, Sitting Bull realized that his people were starving to death. So he had to make a decision to come back with his people to the United States. And they stuck his people and the Northern Cheyenne people on a reservation. And during that time, Sitting Bull went to go perform at the Buffalo Bill Wild West show, where he was an entertainer. And that in of itself is controversial, and that's a video for a different time, and I'm more than happy to discuss it. But shortly after he quit the show and went back to Standing Rock, he was killed by the reservation police. Why, you say? They killed him because they were afraid that he was going to participate in the ghost dance movement. You should do all the research you can about Sitting Bull if you ever want to know anything about anything, because he was, again, bad to ever exist. One of them, again, at least. And yeah, unfortunately for you, but fortunately for me, I sold the painting. But fortunately for you, there are still prints available online. But yeah, you guys go to my website, check that out. If you also, on your computer, you might as well look up a documentary on watching television one day. And if you look on Prime Video or YouTube, there are some amazing documentaries about Sitting Bull. Anyways, just want to say thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.